took one bite of my cinnamon roll and I'm back to life. Yes, I'm so excited.
Thanks for sharing.
And we're all smelling it and hungry.
Sounds good.
See, the key is it's not a cinnamon roll unless you warm it up. And then you have all the goo just kind of like dripping, and that's what gets the cinnamon like smelling great.
And then you had a pro tip, real quick.
Oh, and then at home for dessert, I'll have a cinnamon roll and put some ice cream on top.
Bam.
After I warmed it up.
So you brought 3 of those to work today?
I have a knife.
3.
I have a knife and I can share. I just needed something to kind of get me going, and whew, that did the trick.
Evidently.
Sugar Rush, that's what it was.
I was dancing. I was like, ooh, yeah, this is it. All right, Sugar Rush Valley. I'm Tracy McCain here with Christian Morgan and Megan Malaris.
All right, we're also hyped up about a forecast that looks a little bit cooler. Unfortunately, some more storms for the weekend, but give and take.
Yeah, give it a little bit to get a little bit. That's what we do this time of the year. So, still today, though, we have plenty of heat and humidity as you look out over the Piedmont with a partly cloudy sky for us to start. Warming up into the low 90s today. That'll feel like around 100 degrees when you factor in all that humidity. Ugh, you know how it is. We've been used to this for a while, and you know the routine by now as we get into the peak heating of the day, mainly after about 2 and 3 o'clock. Keep an eye out for scattered thunderstorms. Not everybody gets one, but keep an eye out if you have outdoor and evening plans. High pressure still in control of our weather with sitting out over the island of Bermuda, so we continue to have this south and southwesterly wind, which brings in the heat and all the moisture off of the ocean and out of the Gulf of Mexico. But the cold front on the way this weekend will provide a trigger, or will really provide a focal point for scattered thunderstorms, and more of those over the course of the weekend than we've seen in recent days. Not going to be a washout, but do keep tabs on the weather from time to time, especially if you're going to be outside at all this weekend. The front will move across the Carolinas and then stall out before it starts to lift back to the north as a warm front. So it's kind of wobbling across our area for the next 2 to 3 days, which will give us a good chance for storms Saturday, Sunday, and then again on Monday. Here's Futurecast as we head into the afternoon. Again, you know how this goes. Not everybody gets a storm. There will be a few to track on radar through the early evening hours, then likely pretty quiet as we head toward the nighttime. There's your weekend. 50% chance of scattered storms on Saturday, 60% on Sunday. Again, not a washout, but the extra rain chances and some extra clouds keep our temperatures in the mid-80s for your Saturday and Sunday. That rain chance at a 50% for scattered storms continues into Monday. After that, we are a bit drier through the middle of the week, and we start to warm back up into the 90s again by Wednesday and Thursday.
Little cinnamon tickle.
That's what you get for not sharing with
She
anybody.
keeps reminding us like about the cinnamon roll, but I haven't seen any
cinnamon roll
evidence of
Sharing, yeah, I put it over there. I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool, great.
Well,
Okay, so maybe if we win this Mega Millions prize, we can buy enough cinnamon rolls to, you know, fill us for the next, I don't know, 50 years.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they're only $1.
feed the world.
A week of no winners means tonight's Mega Millions jackpot has hit a historic number, $1.1 billion up for grabs.
Ooh, billion with a big B. Yeah, You can buy a ticket up till tonight's drawing at 11. If you are playing, do you have a strategy? Do you pick random numbers, let the machine choose, or do you have lucky numbers that are significant or maybe have in the past helped you win smaller prizes? Drop us a comment here below your lucky numbers, or if you prefer to do the computer, and we'll go through some Mega Millions fun facts.
Okay, so starting with this one, it is just the 3rd time the Mega Millions jackpot has hit the $1 billion mark. The largest jackpot was $1.5 billion. Remember, someone in South Carolina won that in 2018. They decided to remain anonymous, which of course is not an option here in North Carolina.
Looking at North Carolina winners, in 2010, a Greensboro man won. Mike Manheim won a $12 million jackpot. He sadly died in 2015. A Greenville family won in 2011 and split the $113 million jackpot with another winning ticket in California. Interesting when you get multiple tickets with the same numbers, and we were kind of hypothesizing about how that happens. We think maybe the machine generates one set of numbers and then somebody picks those numbers on their own, because I don't think the machine necessarily would duplicate them unless it's a mistake, but I guess that's how you get these repeat winners or duplicate winners.
Yeah, I was always thinking about that, like the repeat winners. Like, how are you so, either you're lucky, really lucky, or there's something going on here that might not be quite right. Remember, it is computers after all.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance, right? Either you're super lucky or you're super not. I am the super not category. I mean, if there's like a bunch of shirts being thrown out into the crowd, it's going right over my head.
Yeah.
And I just can't reach it. You know what I mean? Like, it's always close, but never quite me.
I can never, same thing, I can never catch a foul ball, but my truck always does. So.
Right.
I haven't won. I told you guys
Yeah.
about that bike I won yesterday. You know,
Yes.
that bike I won.
Right.
And ever since then, I haven't really won anything after that. So
That
I
was
guess
your
all
time.
all my luck ran out there.
God said that was your turn.
Right.
Next.
Good job. You ran out when you were 8 years old.
Moved on.
Well, then my chance is still ahead. Well, that's
There you go.
exciting. So, yeah, if I were to play, I would have a set of numbers. I think I would use my children's birthdays or my anniversary or my birthday and several different combinations of that, just because those are special dates. I'm pretty sure a lot of people use that kind of, strategy, using dates that stand out to them or that they feel were meaningful for them in some way, but I don't play, so, but if I did, that would be my strategy.
I think I might play today. I said that the other day.
Okay.
I said that the other day, and I didn't end up buying a ticket, but I don't know. This is a huge, huge jackpot.
That's what I keep saying. I said yesterday, you know what, maybe I'll buy a ticket. I was like, maybe, well, you know what, if it goes one more day, I'll buy a ticket. And now here we are. And I'm
Like, here
well,
we
you know what,
are.
maybe if it goes one more day, then I really will buy a ticket.
Yeah. Scott Lynch says that he uses birthdays as his numbers.
Oh,
too.
good, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that means I'm on a track. Scott, have you ever won anything? That's the question. So I told you all my mom won like a small lotto prize once. She picked up her ticket from the Food Lion in Whitsett.
Okay.
Off of the, I just forgot, Rock Creek Dairy Road.
Yes.
Okay. So she used our birthdays.
Oh.
Yeah. And she picked a random number for the little Powerball thing. Well, I mean, it was random to me, but it has significance to her.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, if I do that, I would use birthdays.
Right.
But I mean, it wasn't
Interesting.
million, billion, or anything like that. But it was a small prize that
Yeah.
she was certainly happy to have.
I know somebody yesterday that won a little bit off the lotto, $2.
And did they just reinvest
Just
into?
reinvested into another
Yeah,
ticket.
exactly. I think I would do that.
Yeah. That's what people do with horse racing too. Those like smaller prizes, just go for the next one in the next race.
Get your match back and then throw it back into the pile.
Yeah.
Now, that is definitely a step above lotto.
Yeah.
Doing like going to the tracks, yeah, that is, those are the big rollers, the high stakes.
Yeah, like the experienced gamblers.
Right.
Rhonda said she
won't
bought,
be
no, me either. Rhonda purchased 2 tickets, computer generated. Belinda said sometimes she uses her birth date, the dates of her children's birth dates, the address, or listen to the passages of chapters that the preacher gives in church.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
You know, a little
that's
more
really good.
obscure than, say, birth dates, but still significant enough where you would remember those. That's cool. Walter said too poor to even play. I mean, I think a lot of us could agree. At times like these, when inflation is so high,
Right.
do you want to spend X amount of dollars on lottery tickets? I don't know. It is definitely a realistic conversation.
Yeah, and somebody asked about the cash payout, so our executive producer, Courtney, answered that in the chat. You can check it out. The cash option would be $648.2 million, which is not bad.
Plenty.
Plenty.
I can do a lot with that.
I mean, I would take the 0.2 million, like the 0.2.
the point to.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Scott said that, of course, puts you in a different tax category. For sure it would. But he also said at the end of this that he won $2,000 one time playing horses in Florida. They forgot to tax it, so he walked out with the cash. LOL.
Ooh.
Is it too late to report it? Don't say. Don't say.
Did y'all see Bobby? He said that's his retirement plan, just to win the lottery.
You have to start now.
So you better start now.
Start now.
Yeah. Do you have an age at which you want to retire, Bobby? I don't know if that would be my plan A, maybe
Right.
plan C or D, but let's see.
I think that's all I have in
Yeah.
terms of comments.
That's all I see, too.
But you know, someone was mentioning that the feed is glitching. Mine is too, so I'm gonna log off and log back on because I'm still on here. But I can still see some comments, but not everything. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do what you suggested, which is to log off and log back on.
I think it's just the lottery people, the lottery gods,
Again.
not wanting to give away their secrets with all these good numbers
Oh, wants
people
to
are
figure
throwing
them
out.
out.
Exactly.
Right.
We'll blame that. All right, well, let's get to the morning headlines, and maybe our feed will sort itself out here, and then we'll have another talker. There you go. Another talker coming up for you. But we start with this and some serious news, unfortunately. But a federal judge has sentenced the man accused of shooting former Kernersville police officer Sean Houle to 20 years behind bars. Investigators say Quentin Blocker took Houle's gun and fired several rounds after what started as a traffic stop last year. The judge sentenced Blocker to 20 years on 2 federal gun charges. Blocker could spend more time in prison. He is still facing several state charges, including attempted first-degree murder, assault with intent to kill, and assault on a law enforcement. That is Officer Houle you see on your screen, recovering thankfully, but he said it was a very difficult day seeing the suspect in court face to face yesterday. Well, today is the final day for absentee ballots to arrive to be counted in the Greensboro municipal election. They could make a difference in the tight race for mayor. Right now, Mayor Nancy Vaughn has 43% of the vote after election night. Councilmember Justin Outling, her challenger for the mayor race, has nearly 42%. If Outling receives more votes to tighten the race within a 1% margin, he can call for a recount. Votes postmarked by Election Day and arriving today at the Guilford County Board of Elections office will count in this election and be certified next week.
The NFL has mandated the Guardian cap for training camp and through the second week of the preseason for some position groups. The caps are proven to limit the impact of head-to-head contact, which can prevent concussions and long-term brain damage. Multiple colleges in our state use them, including App, UNC Charlotte, and North Carolina Central. Some high school coaches have also expressed interest in potentially using the caps. Well, access to health care is limited in some parts of the Triad. A new partnership between the UNCG School of Nursing and Cone Health is working to change that, bringing medical services to areas in need. WFMY News 2's ITN's McMillan takes a look at how it will work.
Well, nursing students at UNCG spend a lot of time here on campus training in their simulation lab. But what better way for them to know our community's greatest healthcare needs than having smocks on the ground? A $3.7 million government grant will allow these students to get out of the classroom and into rural neighborhoods with the greatest health disparities. These funds will allow the school to purchase its own mobile health care unit and hire a RN and nurse practitioner to assist students as they deliver care to those who need it most.
We hope to be able to provide services to immigrants and refugees, to the LGBTQ community. So many needs in this area.
The nursing department says students who end up working in hospitals and healthcare systems need to understand the environments these patients live in and how they impact their health.
If we don't address both sides of health, when they're in the health system and when they're outside of the health system, then we won't be able to really have the impact that we need to have on people's health. And so the first step is making sure that our students, these providers, understand the impact of the community. What does it mean to live in a community that has low access to healthcare services?
Now, as part of the grant, the School of Nursing has 3 months to plan. Once planning is solidified, they'll host pop-up clinics and bring their mobile health unit to these 6 counties on your screen. They include parts of Guilford and Forsyth. The funds are awarded to UNCG over 4 years, and this funding also incorporates Cone Health, so they will be assisting these students with this program.
Ooh, the Bay Hive is buzzing this morning. Beyonce's 6th album, Renaissance, is out now. It's currently the top trending topic on both Google and Twitter, as the star's fans go wild over her new music.
That brings us to our question this morning. Do you refresh your playlist regularly, or do you stick with old favorites on repeat? Drop a comment below while we talk about this. Caught a snapshot of the new album on CBS Mornings. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, apparently this leaked a few days ago, but her fan base is so loyal. There was this collective agreement not to illegally download the music before the album dropped.
Wow.
So
Did it drop in another country? Was it another country, or was it here that it dropped early?
That's what I heard. It was another country.
Another country,
like
okay.
UK,
yeah, so apparently though, they all had her back and wanted to do this the right way, knowing that she had worked so hard to make this happen, and today's the day. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, not that this has anything to do with this topic, but you know, I love random journeys into other conversations. So whatever. Why wouldn't the record company then just release it early, 2 days early? Because they can do that now. I mean, with a drop of like a button, you can just be like, okay, well, we'll just push it out. That way it lessens the sting, no pun intended, Beyonce and the Bayhive. It kind of lessens the sting. I'm just wondering.
Maybe they don't want to set the precedent that that's okay.
Yeah.
And you have all this marketing and branding, promotion, all this money already spent on this big release day.
Right.
So
plus interviews probably lined up. And,
yeah.
I'm sure that all of her people, all of her publicists and everybody that works with her were like, whoa.
Right.
Hold on.
And now they're like, who did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Enough about that. The real question is, do you guys refresh your playlist or do you kind of listen to the oldies but goodies? Christian, you're our music guy.
I'm an
Yeah.
oldies but goodies kind of
Yeah.
guy. I try to, I don't know if I say refresh, but try to add things to my playlist. You know, I have a certain, like right now, like there's certain handful of songs that I really like or that I've been listening to a lot. And then when I start to get tired of those, I kind of go and search through the new category. Okay, well maybe what's something I missed over the last few weeks, and kind of listen to that for a while and let it shuffle around. And if I like something, pick something I like, I'll put it back into my playlist.
Yeah, gosh, this takes me back to the days of like burning CDs in high school. You know,
Gosh, I
trying
have
to
so
get.
many of
Was
those.
that Napster? Maybe?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't
the
even
name
know.
of it.
Even like the songs you downloaded, you paid for. You know,
Yeah.
you would put them on a CD so you could listen to them in your car. We didn't have
Right.
all those like iPod hookups or anything like that back then, and you didn't always take your computer with you. And so I remember those days. But honestly, I have not downloaded a new song to my iPhone in years. I mean, I think it was my wedding when I was like browsing songs that we could put on our playlist at our wedding, or that we maybe wanted to do for our first dance. If I want to listen to something new, I go on YouTube, see if I even like it. But I like the old stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite station on Sirius XM is the Pop 2K, just because I feel like those were the songs that were really in for my like adolescence or like high school, college days, and so I just love listening back to those.
Yeah, so I listen to Kids Bop primarily.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, on Sirius XM. That's just kind of what is programmed at number 1 on the dial here. But when I'm alone and I actually realize that I'm alone in the car, I usually turn it to like the 90s channel. And if I'm putting in my, connecting my phone to my radio, then I'm playing like 90s music. My playlist of choice right now is like the bad boy music. So 97, we're talking like Total, Biggie, Mace,
Good stuff.
Black Rob, all of those, Puffy,
Yeah.
Craig Mack.
I was looking through.
I'm like, I can go on. I'm like Craig Mack.
I was looking through here, like my recently downloaded or saved songs into my like favorite category, and
yeah, let's do that.
It's the new Luke Combs song, "The Kind of Love We Make," followed
Ooh, I
by
like
"Even
that
It Up" by
one.
Heart, followed by "Gospel Song" by Rhett Walker, "Taking It to the Streets" by Michael McDonald, and then it goes on to "Philadelphia Freedom" by Elton John and "The Other Side" by Jason Derulo.
Ooh.
You have a variety. What's the
so
Take It to the
random.
Other Side of the Street song? What is that one by?
"Taking It to the Streets."
Yeah.
That's
How
an
does
old
it
song
go?
by the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, by the
Taking
Doobie
It
Brothers.
to
Okay.
the Streets.
Oh yes.
And the
I
only
know
reason
that.
I have that is because we're playing that tonight, and I needed to brush up on the lyrics.
That is so wild. I love your playlist.
That's my
Me
kind of
too.
playlist. It's all over the place.
Yeah. Walter says they listen to Watercolors on Sirius XM. Megan shared that she loves her Pop 2K. Preston says he uses Apple Music. Belinda listens to her mix of old, new, country, R&B, blues, contemporary music, etc. Sounds like she's got some great stuff on hers. Joanne says, I'm old. Oh, so like the really old ones and the favorites. Ever hear of Timmy Dorsey? I know you're so young. I have not heard.
Heard the name, but
Tim
I couldn't pick out
Dorsey.
a song.
Yeah, Joanne, if you're still on here, make sure you send us a name, like a title of a song, so we can see if we can match it. And then Carol, Harris, and Cherie say that they listen to gospel music the most. So yeah, I mean, I think I have I kind of have like genres. I don't really have like a playlist of like my favorite songs. It's like the genre. So like one day I might say like, oh, play gospel hits.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
all like gospel songs. So I need to get better at kind of like diversifying the actual playlist, but the genre is just so easy just to like you know, oh, okay, this is what I feel like listening to
I need to
today.
get better about organizing mine into those genres. Like now it's just like a hodgepodge of everything.
I'm
If we
so
combine,
random.
we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
There you go. Yeah, I'm so random. One day, or even 1 minute, I'll be listening to Eric Church. Then it's like Ludacris, and then it's like Guns N' Roses. So I'm totally random. I remember for track workouts in high school, I used to put my, earphones in and listen to what was it, Linkin Park, just because I felt like it was,
Yeah.
it's so random, but it pumps you up, and I felt like it was a good workout.
Yeah.
Music.
Anything with a good beat. The drums are so important.
So important.
So
The
important.
So
most
important.
important
Thank you.
instrument.
It's the drive. Yes,
It is the
exactly.
most important. Thank you so much.
It carries the beat,
It
the
really does.
melody.
The heartbeat of a band.
It does.
Do you play
I'm
other
giving
instruments?
myself way too much credit. Huh?
Do you play other instruments?
So my brother and I both started out taking piano lessons, and he stuck with it, and I did not. I was ready to bang on things. So I actually started taking guitar lessons so I can play a little bit of guitar, and then played drums. Never took drum lessons, but play all by ear. But can read some drum music. I played trumpet in high school too, and if I picked up a trumpet now, it'd be nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't play it now.
It's so funny. My mom gave us, options of what we wanted to choose and stuff like that. And, the teacher was like, well, whatever you choose, you're going to have to practice every day. So I chose a piano. She's like, of course you would choose a piano, because now I got to go buy a piano.
Buy a piano.
She's like, the most expensive thing. Yeah, so that was a while ago.
Our piano teacher always got on to my brother and me, and would walk out every time we got out of lessons. Would walk out, and they would say, well, I gave Shane all this stuff to work on, but he never worked on it. He just wants to play. He wants to add all this stuff that's not on the page.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
still plays that way. He just plays, with taste, and will add stuff. And she said, and Christian just won't read the music. So.
Oh my gosh, you and your brother are totally like Josiah and Simone. Josiah looks at the notes and he's very serious, and Simone's like
Improvising.
Jazzing it up.
yeah. And
Adding
she's like
little things.
just feeling it. She's not looking at the sheet. She's not looking at it. She's like, and she's just feeling it. And I'm like, where are you going? Come back. Exactly. But it's so different. So I can see you're like Simone, and your brother. No. Well, either way, I can't tell, because I don't see you going underneath.
Oh my gosh.
Shane would always play something, then would like to run his hand all the way down the keyboard. She's like, that's not on the page. That's not on the page. And I was like, do it again.
Right. I go up here.
We just fueled the fire for each other, so it was
That's awesome. Which is why you're great brothers and bandmates.
That's right.
I love it.
Me too.
I love it.
So
Oh, man.
hilarious. I love that too.
All right, so Walter likes to listen to any type of music, but prefers heavy metal. Isaac said his favorite song of the 90s, Love Me Just For Me, by an R&B singing group, Special Generation.
And Carol
taste.
Harris agrees drums are very important.
Thank you.
She said, I love the drums,
Thank you.
which makes me feel like she might also really like you, which is great. Everybody likes you,
No, well,
except for snow days. Oh, actually, Carol likes you even more on snow
yeah,
days.
Carol
She
loves
loves
snow.
you.
We've been down this road before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're getting this weekend. We could get a lot of rain.
Could get some rain, yeah. Storm chances going up over the course of the weekend. Not a washout either Saturday or Sunday, but I would have some backup plans if you have things to do outdoors, just in case. Afternoon high temperatures are in the mid-80s over the weekend. That 50% scattered storm chance will linger into Monday, and then after that we're a little bit drier heading into the new week, and we'll be back up in the 90s again by Wednesday and Thursday. Humidity stays around for a while too. No relief for that.
Humidity through October. Gotcha.
You know how it goes.
Look at our little stingrays at the Greensboro Science Center.
Are they awake?
Swimming around.
Are they awake?
They
They're
are.
awake.
They're up. They're ready to eat. There's a little sharky
Little
going
shark in there,
through.
too.
He is hungry. They're excited for the weekend.
Yes,
Me too.
and so are we.
Yes, ma'am.
Go sit by a pool at some point.
Yeah.
This weekend. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, and we
you
want to
then.
leave you with some of our funnier moments of the week. So this is the best of GMS.
It's one of those mornings you step outside, everything is fogged over. Your windows at home on the patio, your car windows likely are fogged over as well. And there's just sorry, I was a little bit late to the shot. That's why. All right, welcome to the weekend. All right, my brain's here already.
Let's see. I'm having, I need a cough.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you take this.
All right. Even if
me.
you're not from here, there she is. She's back.
I just need a little sip of water. I figured I would jump in with 2 feet.
Greensboro's future on the ballot. Who can vote, where to vote, what to bring? We'll verify fast facts you need for Election Day.
I'm so sorry. I just got spooked by the prompter movie. And today is National Hydration Day. What are some of your favorite drinks that help you cool off? Is it water? Maybe a nice glass of lemonade?
I'm still laughing about that water
dramatic.
drinking.
I missed it this time. No, I missed it.
You brought it up the first point, and now ever since I can't see it. Well, good morning. Happy 6 a.m. This Saturday. I gotta get through it. I'm Hunter
Good.
Buck. Greensboro's future on the ballot. Who can vote? Where to vote? What to bring? We'll verify fast facts you need for Election Day. Voting. Oh, sorry. No, I messed up.
Let's do it together.